before the drop of the puck to start the regular season, are we going to see another significant trade by the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I think we might see a trade.
Yeah.
And here's where I think it's going to come, Lepore. I don't think it's going to be a member of the core four.
No.
It's going to be somewhere on the blue line. And it's the most obvious spot that a trade could be made, because when you look at the Leafs defense core right now, their top six are all right there in front of you. Go to Cat Friendly. You got Morgan Rielly, Jake Muzzin, TJ Brody, Justin Hall, Timothy Liljegren, and Mark Giordano. So you'll notice the name that I didn't mention is Rasmus Sandin. And we all love Rasmus Sandin. He's a really good player, and he deserves an opportunity to finally be a full-time NHL player and not bounce in and out of the lineup. Like, he should be a full-time member of this defense core. But that would mean that Justin Hall has to go or Jake Muzzin has to go. So I think maybe look for a move on the defense core with one of those guys getting shipped out, and the Leafs, finally giving Rasmus Sandin his RFA contract and giving him an opportunity along with Timothy Liljegren to finally be full-time members of this D core.
That's it. As you were talking, I'm like, and again, I was thinking the same thing. There could be a move with Hall, a move with Muzzin. I was almost kind of realizing as you were saying it, how impactful a move like that could be, because between Hall and Muzzin, that's what, like $8 million that you're freeing
a little
up.
Under $8 million.
That's big money. And say like Sandin would sign for about what Hall makes, like call that even. So then Sandin comes, because Hall's like 2.5, right? Something like 2.25 or 2.5.
Hall's
or something.
2 and Muzzin is 5.625.
Okay, I thought Muzzin was 5.5. Yeah. So okay, so he's 2. Yeah. So little more. Either way, like even you get Sandin in the 2.5 area, and you get rid of Muzzin, you're almost pushing $6 million of cap space, or $5.5 million of cap space. It's nice. So I'm with you. I think they're at least trying to make that move. I think all these fans would agree that if they can make a move happen that would get that money out of there, get Sandin signed, they'll do it.
Yeah, I think that's the move to be made. Like, can you see any of these forwards getting dealt? I mean, it's possible, but I don't really see it.
Everyone's either like in the category of, like you said, like absolute core not moving, or in a position where you can't really see a trade happening. Say like a Bunting. Like, why would you trade Bunting? Like, you have an amazing value with 1 year left. You're most likely going to lose them. Or you go further down, and it's like kind of like the who cares category. So it's like, why would you make this trade? Just, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I hope there's a move. I hope there's a move. Like, I want the Leafs to make a fuck you move right before the start of the season to say, we're going after the top of that division. And to be fair, any other season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'd say I do not want to have this like crazy, amazing regular season. I do not want to win the President's Trophy. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this year I kind of do. I really do want them to be that impact team and be in the best position possible when the playoffs come, so you get that number 2 wild card. Like, kind of like what happened last year with Tampa. Like I said, 115 point season, by far the best season in the history of the organization, and your gift is the back-to-back Stanley Cup jams. Like, yeah. Awesome.
I think that's the chip on their shoulder this year. I mean, obviously they have like 17 chips on their shoulder because they can't get out of the first round. But I think it's that, to prove to people that obviously that they can win a playoff series and make a deep playoff run, but also just to not be in that position that they were in last season. Like you said, Lepore, like, I think they are going to be very motivated to win the division, so they don't have to play Florida or Tampa in the first round of the playoffs, or maybe Boston, depending on how well they play this season. They want to get one of those wild card teams and just have an easier path throughout the playoffs. I think that's their motivation this year. And obviously, I mean, like I said, there's a lot more motivation outside of that, but I think they're going to want to win the division and lock up that number 1 seed.